See, to me, Z Broly ain't no normal strong villain. He's a menace, the pure embodiment of a true Super Saiyan, the true Legendary Super Saiyan. Let me explain it for you.
The South Galaxy has been shattered by a Super Saiyan. I noticed that you love to look up in the sky at your silly old planet. You're probably dreaming you could go back there someday. But it's just a dream! Oops, did I just blow it up?
In this video, we'll explore Saiyan nature, power, and how these factors connect to Saiyan lore to create a Super Saiyan, and then come to a decision on who the real Super Saiyan is. I love Z Broly. Look at this behemoth, man. Arms crossed, gliding, rolled Piccolo's bitch ass, then fed him a size 14 to his blood clot dome. Alright. Let me regain my decorum. This conversation between Vegeta and Nappa is our first time hearing of the Super Saiyan, and this foreshadows a lot of what was to come. Keep this in mind for later on in the video. After this, we start to hear more lore of the Super Saiyan through Vegeta's perspective, as we can see him observing Goku's newfound power boost on Namek, and questioning whether he, the Prince of all Saiyans, is bearing witness to a mere low-class warrior in Kakarot, surpassing not just him, but all other Saiyans. This is just another thing that I love about the Namek saga. After seeing Vegeta seeming so high and mighty in the last arc, we now get to see him questioning himself and his lineage after feeling threatened by Goku's power. In Vegeta's mind, only someone of his class and bloodline could possibly achieve this form. He even calls it ridiculous folklore, even though we know, and he knows, it's everything to him. As a super elite, he's under the assumption that if anyone was to ascend the Super Saiyan form, it would be him and him only. But we all know how that ends. By Vegeta's understanding, Goku could never be a true Super Saiyan because he's too sentimental and soft. He's nothing like himself or any of the other Saiyans of planet Vegeta. Vicious, bloodthirsty and cold-blooded. To Vegeta, the thought of sparing an enemy on the battlefield is blasphemy. We can see Vegeta's ego firsthand here, trying to make himself feel better by telling himself no one so soft could ever really be a Super Saiyan. Not really understanding. To reiterate this point a little bit more, I'll go back a little to the battle with Raditz to show you what Saiyans are like by nature. They were happy to exterminate entire planets for their sale under Frieza's order, never once questioning it as they were just a warrior race. It comes with the territory basically. As Raditz goes on, he also states, as he's trying to win over Goku, to feel his Saiyan blood stir at the thought of the carnage. They are the most powerful race in the universe. You can see that ego in it. When this isn't enough to bring Goku back and bring him into the Saiyan plans, he's immediately ready to kill his own brother, one of the 4 Saiyans left in the universe basically. Once you are no longer considered a warrior, you're nothing but scum and can be killed. No camaraderie, no compassion, nothing. I'll double down on this even further with Vegeta and Nappa's relationship. Once hearing about Raditz's death, he says he deserves it for being killed by the weak, people with low power levels basically. The only interest they have in going to Earth is for the Dragon Balls. I guess it's fuck Raditz, innit? Immortality and a life of combat is what they desire more. If you no longer have use in battle, you have no use in life. Vegeta, the super elite, shows this further after Nappa gets his back blown out. Sorry. Vegeta tosses his ass like a frisbee and destroys him. At this point, Vegeta has been with Nappa almost his entire life. Like, fucking hell, come on, like, he's been with him longer than he's been with his own dad. But still viewed his life as nothing, telling him, what good are you if you can't fight? Why am I saying all of this? It's to show you by nature, Saiyans are bloodthirsty, cold-blooded, killing machines. The thrill of battle, the thrill of a good fight, means everything to a Saiyan. This brings me to the legend, the original freak, born with the power level of 10,000, an anomaly amongst all other Saiyans. a Saiyan whose ferocity and bloodlust were unparalleled. This is exactly what I loved. I believe the true legendary Super Saiyan, who was almost a myth to the former Saiyans, should be characterized like this, matching all previous Saiyan notions, but dialed all the way up to 10. Unmatched combat strength, a thirst for combat and chaos, who just wants nothing more than destruction. He's the old way of the Saiyans, turned all the way to the max. Think of all the points I've made, and just think how closely Broly is tied to all of these traits. Then, let's just add one of the greatest Super Saiyan transformations of all time on top of that. Come on, man. Remember when I said Raditz was prepared to kill Goku? Now we have Broly killing his own dad just as easy without an issue. Granted, his dad was also like willing to let him die, but it doesn't change the fact of what I'm saying. You get it. And I'm not trying to say that this Broly movie is the greatest Dragon Ball Z movie ever created. Nah, I'm not saying that. But Broly as a character, I see a lot of slander towards his name ever since Super Broly came out and stuff, and I'm just not here for it. Right, just see what I'm saying here. Look at this scene. Vegeta's Saiyan pride shattered at just seeing and feeling the power of the true legendary Super Saiyan. Him powering back to base, well, dropping his power back to base, is almost like him saying he's no longer a real Super Saiyan in the face of the legendary one. I just love these little bits.
But there's no point in fighting him. He's the legendary Super Saiyan. I can't believe how cowardly you're acting, Vegeta. Just stand clear of the true warriors. Why do they continue to fight in vain?
Look at this shit, man. All power and aggression, walking through a point-blank Kamehameha. Come on, bro. To grab this man Goku by his hair and proceed to give him the wushu fist of silence. I'm going to start with all the Broly glaze now, but I hope you get the point I'm trying to make. Broly as a villain fits so well because he was supposed to be like the old Saiyans ways. He was supposed to be their idea of the Super Saiyan. The legend embody all of their beliefs, having no mercy or sentiment.
Makes Bardock's son look like a joke. What is he, a 2?
Yeah, I think so. But he's a feisty one, all right. Listen to him wail.
That's the spirit.
Then we get to Goku, who's totally different. Born a low-class warrior with a power level of 2, raised away from Saiyan culture and the Saiyan mindset, so you can kind of say a Saiyan raised as an Earthling. This brings me back to Vegeta and Nappa's conversation that they were having about the Earthling mix. And we know this foreshadows the likes of Gohan, Goten and Trunks, but we can see how thematically this relates to Goku as well. Raised as an Earthling, so carrying a softer and kinder nature, but still having the Saiyan nature of seeking combat and stronger opponents, but not to kill or destroy like typical Saiyans. We see this in the movie and it's given to us by Paragus also, that Goku's power is awakening the power within Broly. Even though he's still being mind controlled, it's slipping now meeting Goku. That Saiyan bloodlust and love of battle can't be quelled. For me, what people get wrong about the scene of Goku and Broly in their pods as babies, I don't think Broly's holding a grudge against Goku just for crying next to him. I definitely don't believe this, I don't think he remembers. But it sets up the fate of these two characters to meet. Goku only having a power level of 2, while Broly having a power level of 10,000, but still Goku's next to him crying, screaming regardless of this. It's almost like Goku standing up triumphantly, no matter how powerful the opponent, he's still ready to do battle with them. Their fates, from birth, destined to meet and do battle. A low-class warrior versus everything the Saiyans believed in. I say this because despite everything we know about Goku and how we feel about him as a character, to a Saiyan born on Vegeta, he's weak and he should never have achieved the form of a Super Saiyan. But he does this anyway. The new way of the Saiyans triumph, and we get to see a little callback to Broly crying as a child to top it off. Goku sticking to his morals and beliefs, and relying on the support of his friends and family, wins him this battle of fate. With the defeat of Broly, the destruction of New Vegeta, and Vegeta putting his pride to the side to share his power with a low-class warrior, we see the old ways of the Saiyans die along with Broly, and any thought of New Vegeta, as those thoughts and values lead to nothing constructive, and Vegeta giving his power is also like him finally realising this. This is fitting as this movie came out at the same time as the Cell Saga was airing in Japan, and we also know how Vegeta ended in that arc. And yeah, I know, Broly doesn't die in this movie, yeah, he comes back, but let's not get into that. To wrap this all up, what I'm saying is, Broly is the ideal of the old Saiyan way that was believed in. Merciless, emotionless, only wanting destruction, while Goku, on the other hand, was born weak with a power level of 2, constantly crying, showing this human emotion. He's opposing that old way of the Saiyans, fighting it head on, and showing that his way is best. Goku is the true legendary Super Saiyan.
I am the Super Saiyan, Son Goku!
Thank you all for locking in for my first video. Don't forget, if you like the video, like the video. And if you liked it that much, you might as well go and subscribe. Appreciate you all. Lock in for the next one. I've got better content.
People will know my song. I spent 22 years in this world, and I'm hoping I still got 22 more on the clock. My little sister is 19, just had a baby that nobody told me about.